Are you gonna play anime openings?
Maybe?
Yes.
How about K-pop? I just discovered this amazing group called Super Junior.
I don't know what that is. You can play one song.
Yosh!
She plays a song from her phone speakers and tries to untangle a Nerf gun from a coat belt.
He wants to give this a try. Kyle, thank you for volunteering.
Do you want me to do it can I do it in English?
Yeah, of course.
Okay. The people around me tell me I am too aggressive.
Oh, this isn't too bad.
Isn't it great? Korean guys are so much better than American guys.
How so?
They're all so beautiful and kind-hearted, not smelly pervs like the guys here. I need to find myself an oppa.
This is weird. Should I say something? I guess she doesn't mean any harm by it. She's trying to appreciate the culture.
Here, Min. This trench coat yours. It's my brother's Yoichi costume. It's supposed to have a hat too, but I think he lost it.
Yo, Ite? The fuck is that?
From the amazing series Nabiri Ouda.
Wait a minute. Is this all anime stuff?
I believe the correct term is cosplay.
What? Akarsha, I thought you meant normal costumes, like Halloween costumes.
You didn't ask, so
What the fuck are you wearing?
a baby wolf costume.
How do I look?
Like someone wearing cat ears. Is this really gonna come across as wolf?
Yuki, this would have been more convincing if you had fursuits.
Fursuits are so expensive, though. I might become a doctor just to be able to afford them someday. Also, you guys don't have to call me Yuki anymore. I realized a few days ago that going by a Japanese name in real life is kinda weird if you're not actually Japanese.
Me too, actually. If we love anime, it's a bit much.
It took you all the way till now to realize that?
Well, better late than never. Thank God.
So, what are your names?
Grace.
Grace? What the?
And my real name is Sayeeda. At least that one kinda sounds like Sakura.
Akarsha, what does your outfit have to do with being a wolf? You only need the ears and paws to get the point across.
So you're saying I should be naked?
No, I'm not!
Diya holds up her environmentalist costume.
Where do I change?
I use the restroom over there. It's just one family room, so you'll have to take turns getting changed. Unless you know you want Min to get more bugs off you.
You freak whore! You're deranged if you think I'm fucking her in a park bathroom!
One-way ticket to Boob City.
What? Stop calling my girlfriend Boob City. Why are you so obsessed with that phrase now?
I'll go now.
In the meantime, Min, can you help me pitch this tent? It's gonna be the setting of her first scene.
Fine. I can help too, since I don't need to get in costume.
Min helps Esther and Noelle carry the box with the tent in it.
I don't understand why Akarsha keeps making those crass jokes about you two. Not as if two girls can actually have sexual relations.
What the hell are you talking about? Yes, they can.
Are you dense? Humans weren't evolved for that. The anatomy makes it impossible.
How is it impossible? You can use other body parts, like your fingers.
Fingers? You must be mistaken.
Are we really having this conversation right now? No, it's true. I mean, girls love manga is a thing.
What?
Do you think lesbians gave up sex for life? Is she serious? How sheltered is she?
Noelle is so shocked that she doesn't speak for a while. Esther wipes sweat off her brow and points at a clearing in the dry grass.
That spot over there might look nice on film.
Isn't it a bit close to the ravine, though? There's a steep downhill slope right behind it.
So, it's not like the tent's gonna teleport backwards after we've nailed it down. Yeah, unless the typhoon blows us over, I think it'll be fine.
Alright, I see that I'm outnumbered. Don't say I didn't warn you.
Min hears rustling behind her. She turns around and sees Akarsha making a leaf pile.
Wait, is she trying the exploding leaf thing?
Akarsha, that's not allowed.
As Noelle chases after Akarsha, Min and Esther lay out their tent in the spot they picked.
She's so friggin' anal. She's probably sexually attracted to laws. I bet she loses her mind whenever she sees jaywalkers. She does! It's like she thinks someone's gonna go, "Good job, Noelle, you're the best for following the rules," and give her a gold star for it.
Min squints in confusion at the steps to set up the tent.
I can't picture this shit. Where do the poles go? They crisscross in the middle, see? There, just hold that end of the stick and stick it through the metal ring.
Like magic, the tent pops out into the third dimension.
Holy shit, you're like a camping prodigy. I mean, all I did was follow the instructions. Now we just have to drive the stakes into the ground.
Min pounds each stake into the dirt with a large stone, enthralled that hitting something is actually constructive for once.
Fuck yeah!
Meanwhile, Esther takes her sketchbook out of her backpack and starts writing in it.
What are you doing?
Esther stops, looking embarrassed.
I'm writing down what you said earlier as inspiration for my webcomic. Like, for character dialogue. I started doing this whenever something interesting happens so I can remember later. What'd I say that was interesting? You said I was a camping prodigy, you know. Oh. You said I was a camping prodigy, you know, instead of a prodigy. What's so special about that? They're pretty much the same anyway. I don't know. I just thought it was a neat detail. Obviously, I'll only use it if you're okay with it, though. I mean, sure, I don't really care. What's it for again? A comic? Yep. What, like Garfield? Huh? No, it's nothing like that. It's still a work in progress, but basically it's about a bunch of teenagers who have the power to shift into alternate dimensions. It's kind of sci-fi, I guess. Oh, so like a superhero comic? No, there's no supervillains or anything. All their powers come from the way they use their own powers. Like when you're in the parallel universe, you've gone from your original universe, right? But what if you get tied up with something while there and can't come back? That'd suck ass. I wouldn't get to see Diya or my friends anymore. Exactly. No one from the world you left behind would know why you disappeared, and you become a missing person there. I always get so stressed out about that when reading Narnia and time travel stories. I've never heard her talk this much before. She must really be hyped about her new webcomic. Anyway, a lot of miscommunication happens between the characters because of issues like that. No offense, but I can't stand stories that revolve around misunderstandings. It's so frustrating when the whole problem is literally just people being bad at talking. If you hurt someone, it should be on purpose. But those kinds of problems are the most realistic. In real life, people hurt each other by accident all the time. Like how? You know how before our school became 93% Asian, it used to have a football team? They died because Asians don't care about football, right? Same as the real baseball team? Yeah, no one would go to the games. As a last-ditch effort to help them last year, my math teacher offered us 2 points of extra credit for coming to a football game. So I went to help my grade. But as soon as I got home, my dad yelled at me for going to a game instead of studying. He didn't get that we had the exact same goal, me getting good grades. Wait, what ethnicity are you? Huh? I'm black and Chinese. And your dad's the black one? Yeah, he is? I didn't know black people cared about grades. That's, like, pretty racist of you to say.
Bewildered, Min completely misses the tent stake she was trying to hit.
Huh? How is it racist? Why would you assume black people don't care about their grade? I didn't mean it as a diss or anything. I don't care about grades either. It's not like I was looking down on them. But why even bring my race into it like that? I was just asking a question. Didn't you bring up race first? You were talking about Asians. I'm Asian, so I'm allowed to say that. Sure, whatever. If I knew you'd be so fucking sensitive about it, I wouldn't have asked in the first place. Wow. So instead of saying sorry, you're insulting me? What? Why the hell should I apologize? I wasn't even trying to be offensive. It's not like I purposely called you the N-word or something. Wow, thanks for not calling me the N-word. I'm just saying you're overreacting. There's real racist people out there who hate minorities, and you're calling me racist just because I accidentally made one little mistake? It's not one little mistake. You say weird, ignorant stuff like this all the time. No, I don't. Like what? Like when you randomly told me my hair was flat. What was I even supposed to say to that? Yours too? Get a grip. That's not even real racism. You're seriously trying to explain what racism is to me, a black and Chinese person? Look, I'm a minority too. Us even fighting is so dumb. You being Asian doesn't mean you're not racist. The worst racism I've ever seen was when I went to China. God, you're being so stupid.
Ester throws her steak down and storms off. Dumbfounded, Min just stands there with her heart racing a mile a minute.
How did it blow up like this? I wasn't even trying to start anything. Shit. Did anyone else hear us fighting?
Min nervously looks around, paranoid that her friends heard what happened.
It's hard to tell if they did.
Min frantically hammers the last steak in place, her stomach churning with a mixture of shame and panic. She hears footsteps behind her and nearly has a heart attack when she turns to see Cryssa walking over.
Oh, fuck. What if Ester told Cryssa I'm racist against black people? She's black too. I don't want her to hate me. She might even kick me off the team.
Need any help with a tent?
Nah, I'm good.
I guess you could say it's not tent to be.
I should be extra careful not to offend her. Hahaha. Great joke.
Thank you. I feel like not enough people appreciate my puns.
Having donned her reporter costume, Noelle returns to place a sleeping bag inside the tent.
Min, it's your turn to get changed. Where did Ester go? We're about to start shooting.
I can't tell her Ester left because she thinks I'm racist. She just randomly walked off.
What? How come?
Who knows? She's so weird.
In the park's restroom, Min quickly changes into her evil hunter getup.
I'm going to be sweating buckets wearing all this in this weather. Thank God they couldn't find the hat, or it would have been even worse.
Diya perks up when Min rejoins the group.
You look cool. You should get a coat like that for real.
Normally, this would send Min over the moon, but she feels so sick to her stomach, she can't properly appreciate it.
Thanks. It's me. Your racist girlfriend. You definitely wouldn't want to be with me anymore if she found out I was racist.
Do I look okay?
You look so cute in glasses. It's a character from something. It does kind of give off nerdy animal lover energy.
No idea. Esther, I like your hair.
Oh yeah? Thanks.
Bun buddies.
Bun buddies.
They begin shooting the first scene in front of some trees.
This is the Channel 2 News reporting from Boise, Idaho. Environmentalists have been in uproar ever since the Obama administration approved the delisting of gray wolves from the endangered species list.
Even replaying the conversation in her mind is getting Min worked up again.
I can't believe Ester had the nerve to call me racist. When we were in Florida, kids used to call me and my brother chinks and try to beat us up. Why would I be racist when I hate racists more than anyone? It doesn't make sense. I wasn't even trying to insult her. Like, good luck trying to go through life offended by every tiny thing you see. Right? Are my standards just totally messed up or something?
Min stomps on a random twig and crushes it into tiny pieces beneath her combat boots.
What's wrong?
I'm just having a weird day. I think I'm racist.
No,
How come?
you're good to me and curious about other cultures. Why?
No reason, just checking.
Okay, we got it. Let's move on to the next shot.
Diya goes over to stand in front of the camera.
Ma'am, can you introduce yourself?
I'm an environmentalist with a degree in wildlife biology. My research has led me to believe that.
Bro, can you speak up a little?
After a few takes, they manage to capture a halfway audible clip of Diya talking. They move on to the next scene. Soon, it's time for the Evil Hunter's interview. Min reviews her lines before getting into place.
Okay, I'm set up. Action.
Next, I'm interviewing a hunter who's camped out in the Idaho wilderness. Hello there. How do you feel about the removal of gray wolves from the endangered species list?
Ester could straight up ruin my whole career. Ester could straight up ruin my whole life if I
Yes.
Give me a minute. I just woke up.
It's the afternoon.
The sleeping bag I was sleeping on was full of rocks. Anyway, I feel ecstatic about the delisting. I can't wait to kill tons of wolves.
Hold up, cut. You skipped a line.
What line?
The part about how the delisting removed protections for wolves from hunters.
Oh, right.
Hello there. How do you feel about the removal of gray wolves from the endangered species list?
I feel ecstatic. The delisting removed protections for wolves in Idaho and...
Sweating profusely, Min tries to focus and remember her line.
Ma'am. Hello.
Don't call me ma'am.
What? Why not?
I don't like it. I'm not a woman or something.
Are you talking about your character or real life?
Cut. Come on, don't break the fourth wall.
After Min botches her 10th try, Noelle looks about ready to explode.
Are you even trying right now? We're gonna be stuck here all day because of you.
Shut up! I am too trying.
Why don't we take a little break? It'll probably help us all reset.
Yeah, let's go stare at the lake or something. We can hide all our backpacks and stuff in the tent.
I guess it can't hurt.
The group trudges over to the lake. Diya sits down with Min by the water's edge.
Make a choice, Min.
Let's glance over at Ester.
Ester is sitting with Grace and Sayeeda on a nearby log.
Should I try to talk to her? I might piss her off even worse. I probably shouldn't.
I wish my hair would go prematurely gray. Having white hair would be so cool.
Me too.
Even though no one else would see it?
That's not true. I can show my hair to my family and other girls.
It's true. She used to change it. She used to charge other girls $20 to see her hair in the girls' bathroom.
How do you know? Did you pay to see it?
Yup.
If you're interested, Esther, I'll let you see it for a special discount of $10.
I'll pass.
Sure, limited time offer.
Why is it limited time? Your hair's
Why
always
is-
gonna be there. Oh, I'm sorry.
Why is it limited time? Your hair is always gonna be there.
For all you know, I could be dyeing it a crazy new color every day. Could be blue, purple, pink, and you'll never know unless you check.
Oh crap. Maybe I should pay to see it again.
You're seriously falling for that? Let's look at the lake. Ugh, I hate naturey lakes like this.
Why? It's nice here.
It just reminds me of that shit that happened to me in Florida.
What happened?
I mean, it's pretty much the same as the other stories I told you. I was just on a field trip that got ruined by racists. So now places like this are cursed.
What did you mean earlier? About not being a woman? Do you mean age-wise?
Oh, it's hard to explain. I've never really told this to anyone before. It's probably going to be a good thing.
That's okay.
I don't really like being thought of as a girl. But I'm not 100% removed from it, if that makes sense. Being called a woman or lady is way worse, like disgusting. I definitely don't want strangers seeing me to think, oh, that's a woman.
What do you want them to think?
I don't know. I'm still figuring that part out.
Diya tilts her head, perplexed.
Don't get me wrong, girl is my favorite gender. Like, you're a girl and you're the best thing that ever happened to me. I just only feel any connection to being a girl in really specific situations.
No, I know. Sorry, just trying to wrap my head around it. Can I still call you my girlfriend?
Yeah, I like being your girlfriend. And I like being lesbian. I'm not that into the being a girl part, but I relate super hard with the no interest in men part. It's more stuff like being called ma'am or Mrs. that really skeeves me out. I know it doesn't make that much sense. Like, gender's not real in the first place, so...
No, it makes sense. Feel like I already knew that before you said it.
You're okay with it?
To Min's relief, Diya nods.
It's very you. It's kind of cool. You're like a gender outlaw.
Yeah, that's me. I'm so lucky to have the sweetest, kindest, purest girlfriend in the whole world who has to be protected at all costs. I definitely can't let her find out about the racist thing. What happens if we look at the lake again?
Min continues watching the clear, rippling water. All of a sudden, Noelle yelps and turns indignantly to Akarsha.
Did you just throw a rock at me?
Nope, maybe it was the water.
The water threw a rock at me?
It was just a little pebble, right? I bet the waves could have picked it up.
She definitely threw that rock at her.
Cryssa sighs from the bench she and Liz are sitting on.
Why is it that wherever we go, we end up babysitting people? You think it's firstborn child syndrome?
You might be onto something. My siblings are pretty immature, so it's usually up to me to make sure the house doesn't burn down.
What if we started acting really immature too, and someone else would be forced to pick up the slack?
How do you propose we do that?
Maybe we should just start talking with no filter. Instead of thinking about what we say, let's say whatever pops into our minds first.
Very interesting.
I guess we'll finally study our lines.
Min rereads the script. When she reaches the end of the packet, she flips it over to make sure there's nothing on the back. To her horror, the backside is covered with a dense array of numbers and numerical operations.
The heck is this? It looks like a serial killer wrote it.
Oh, it's just a puzzle I made up. Using the digits 1, 2, 5, and 7 only once each. You create expressions using any operations that result in each integer from 0 to 100.
What in the actual hell would possess you to do that?
It's called curiosity. When I look at a clock, I like to make the numbers to do this.
When I look at a clock, it's because I want to know what time it is. God, you're fucked in the head.
After the brief break, the group gets back to filming.
Take 11, action.
Hello, how do you feel about the removal of gray wolves from the endangered species list?
I feel ecstatic. The delisting removed protections for wolves in Idaho and Montana. Now it's legal for me to hunt them. I can't wait to kill tons of wolves.
When they finally get through the whole scene, Diya rewards Min with a quick peck on the cheek.
Good job.
I'm all sweaty and nasty right now. You don't have to do that.
You're not nasty. I don't mind it.
Noelle grumbles as she sits next to Akarsha at the picnic table and takes a sip of water.
I still can't believe you threw a rock in my face.
Hey, that is a gross exaggeration.
Wait, so you admit it was you that threw it now?
First of all, I lobbed it. Second of all, I lobbed it at her neck, not her face.
Well, it hit my face.
Intent matters here. You're making it sound way worse than it really was.
Yeah, intent does matter. I didn't mean to hurt Ester's feelings either.
Min uneasily glances over at Ester. She's reviewing the footage on the camcorder.
I wish the whole thing never happened. Okay, we're good to start the Wolf family interview.
Yes.
I call being the wolf mom.
Wait, I wanted to be the mommy too.
Well, I definitely don't want to be the dad.
It can be two moms. Adopted. Wolf Mom and Wolf Mom 2.
Wolf Mom number 2 definitely sounds like the inferior one though.
There's gotta be a way to make them sound equal. Like how there's always two versions of Pokemon, like Diamond and Pearl.
Does this really matter?
Hey, this is the scene where I kill Akarsha, right? Aren't I supposed to have a gun?
Oh, I brought a Nerf gun you can use. It's in the tent with the other stuff.
Okay, I'll go get it.
Min rummages through the duffel bag of costumes in search of the Nerf gun.
Wait. Min-Seo, is the microphone in there too?
I don't know, look for yourself.
Noelle sneezes as she steps into the dusty tent.
Shoo!
Shut up.
Shut up.
Noelle joins Min by the duffel bag. Suddenly, Noelle frowns at her.
What? You got a problem or something?
For one heart-stopping moment, Min's sure she's been exposed as racist somehow, but she soon realizes Noelle is just glaring at the dirt that she tracked into the tent.
You wore your boots inside? You're getting dirt everywhere.
Oh, that's it? It's barely anything.
You got a leaf on the sleeping bag already, see?
So brush it off, who cares?
I care. You were the one responsible, so you should be the one to brush it off.
It's just one fucking leaf. Stop splitting hairs over nothing.
You're the one being difficult here. Just apologize and get the leaf off.
You really want me to get that leaf off? Take this!
Min grabs one end of the sleeping bag and swings it at Noelle. It whaps Noelle in the torso.
Hey, I'm telling on you.
Go ahead and try it, Turbonerd.
Noelle seizes a handful of the sleeping bag as Min tries to land another blow.
You gormless brute!
The fuck you mean I'm wormless? Take that back.
Min yanks on the sleeping bag hard. It slips from Noelle's grasp, sending Min hurtling backwards.
Whoa.
Min loses her balance completely and falls backwards into the wall of the tent. She hits the ground butt first, pinning the fabric of the tent down with her weight. The tent collapses, blanketing its occupants in nylon. Min feels herself sliding backwards down a slope.
The tent's rolling down the hill!
Min and Noelle blindly tumble down the hill with their limbs wrapped in net. Eventually, they crash into a large bush at the bottom of the ravine. Min crawls out of the tangled mess, spitting dirt and twigs out of her mouth.
Oh, how I despise you.
Noelle gathers the tent into her arms and tries to trudge back up to the park in her socks.
What happened to your shoes?
I took them off before coming into the tent, like a civilized person.
See, this is why keeping them on is better. I win.
No, you don't. This situation would never arise under normal circumstances.
Look how much faster I'm walking than you. See? Loser.
Min looks back and sees how far behind Noelle is.
She looks pretty pathetic dragging the tent through the dirt.
Min reluctantly goes back and yanks the tent away from her.
What's the matter with you today?
What?
Generally speaking, you strike me as someone who can't take criticism. You haven't blown up on me like this for months. Did something happen between you and Ester?
What? No, why?
During our scene, you kept eyeing her like she was gonna bite you.
Oh hell. If even fucking Noelle can tell, I might as well be wearing a neon sign around saying what happened. We sorta got in a fight. She got all offended by something bad.
What did you say?
I don't even want to say it. It's so fucking embarrassing. I kind of was like, I didn't know black people cared about grades.
What? Why?
I don't know. None of my classes ever had black people in them. I felt like I was learning something new from the story she was telling me. I was just trying to express that.
So you decided to tell her you held a bigoted belief that only changed after a random anecdote she shared?
I wasn't thinking, okay? It's easy to pick apart now in hindsight, but the whole thing happened in like 5 seconds. I didn't even have anything against her or black people in general. Come on, you know me. When I hate someone, I let them know.
Yes, I'm well aware of that.
Well, it should have been obvious I didn't mean anything bad by it. When people do Asian accents or say weird stuff about Koreans, I don't flip out.
You don't? The time we were walking around and got konnichiwa'd, you were furious.
I was coming from a white creep, and it was clearly hateful. But if it's just a joke or something worded insensitively, it doesn't always mean that person actually hates Asians.
I'm not sure I follow your logic here. Are you saying that as long as something's not intentionally hateful racism, it doesn't bother you?
Yeah, it doesn't, because I'm not a sensitive crybaby.
But if you had a choice, wouldn't you rather they not say those things?
Well, duh. If you could press a button and magically no one ever said that stuff again, that'd be cool.
And does it bother you?
Okay, yeah. Maybe it would bother me a little, but I wouldn't make a huge stink about it.
If it bothers you, doesn't it make sense to complain about it?
If I was some weak-ass sissy, sure, but I'm not, so I just don't sweat that kind of small stuff.
But we just established that you are bothered by it. You just deny it because in your eyes, it's only weakness to admit you're hurt. Because of the tough guy act you have going on.
Noelle's got this insufferably smug expression on her face, like she's discovered a misprint in an exam that no one else has found yet.
I think I understand now.
Understand what? You weren't even there.
You think Ester is overreacting because in similar situations, you do nothing. When she told you your response was racist, you became enraged by her audacity to complain about things you suffered through in silence. Admitting that you generally hurt her feelings would require the admission that you've been hurt before too. And your fragile ego cannot allow that.
Maybe she's onto something.
In conclusion, Esther's right. You're wrong and you're racist.
This sucks so bad.
Covered in dirt and twigs, Min struggles to put the tent back up.
Are you okay?
Not really. I feel like absolute dog shit.
Oh no.
I just want to hide what I did. I want to dig a hole and bury the terrible truth where no one will ever find it.
What happened?
I don't really want to talk about it.
At a loss for how to handle the situation, Diya quietly helps her pitch the tent.
Oh no.
Huh?
Look.
Diya points to a malformed-looking butterfly clinging to the tent fabric.
Oh, ew. What's wrong with its wing? It's all crinkled.
I think it's stuck like that. That's so sad. Maybe it's because of the false spring.
False spring.
It's when it's super warm, but it's still winter. It messes up a lot of animals because they think it's spring when it's not. Maybe the weird environment messed it up while it was forming.
Diya tries to get the deformed butterfly to crawl onto a twig. It's hard to watch.
Is that like what I'm like? Because I grew up with racists and got taught the worst lessons ever. I feel like I went through hell and came out the other side in the most monumentally fucked up shape.
What do you mean?
Diya, you wouldn't ever break up with me, right?
No?
What if I did something bad? I mean, like, really bad.
What did you do?
Are you sure you wouldn't break up with me, though?
What did you do?
Min tells Diya what happened, bracing herself for the worst.
And that's why Esther is mad at me.
That wasn't very nice of you. Sounds like something racist my mom would say.
Yeah, I know.
Poor Esther. Her comic sounds cool, too.
Do you hate me now?
I mean, it was bad. But at least you realize it. Everyone makes mistakes.
Not everyone makes racist mistakes.
But it's not like people are born knowing things either. Everyone has blind spots.
How come you've never offended someone like I did then?
I don't talk to people very much. So most of the mistakes just happen in my mind.
Well then, how come Noelle doesn't offend people?
I mean, she was pretty ignorant about gay people before we started dating. When people said the narrator of The Great Gatsby was gay in our English class, she got all scandalized and argued against it. She kept insisting there had to be another explanation, but I think she was just grossed out by the thought of it.
That's not as bad as insulting someone's entire race, though.
Not trying to say she messed up worse. My point is, she got better about it. She wouldn't do that anymore. So I don't hold it against her. Just because you were ignorant about something doesn't mean you're bad forever.
I don't know. It doesn't undo the fact that I was racist to Esther already, and now she hates
Did you say sorry?
me. No.
She might not forgive you, but you should at least tell her.
Min feels such anguish upon hearing Diya's suggestion that it takes her a moment to sputter something out.
But no one ever apologized to me.
To Min's horror, her eyes fill up with tears.
So many people did way worse things to me and they never said sorry. None of my racist bullies ever said sorry. My dad never said sorry. Why is it only me who has to say sorry when what I did wasn't even as bad? It's not fair.
Diya pulls her into her arms and hugs her very tightly, as if trying to squeeze all the grief out of her body. Min leans into her warmth, letting her familiar touch and the steady rhythm of her heartbeat calm her down.
What happened to you wasn't fair. But that doesn't mean you should be unfair too. Or you'll just continue the cycle. You can apologize, even if they don't.
But it's not fair. I want them to suffer. I want them to die. If I just forgot about them, that means they got away with everything. That means they won and I lost.
But isn't it losing worse to let people you hate keep controlling your life? It's like that saying, if you seek revenge, dig 2 graves. Is it worth it? To hurt yourself in the name of fairness?
Is that what I'm doing? Crashing the car just to get back at them?
The 2 graves are you and the person you got revenge on, by the way. Not 2 different people you killed.
No, I got that. You're right. Why should I let those pieces of shit keep controlling me even years later? If nothing they did mattered, that'll show them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Min dashes off and finds Ester setting up the next scene.
What took you so long? Everyone's ready to do the wolf death scene. Can we talk first?
Ester gives her a guarded look.
That depends. Sorry I was an asshole earlier. I shouldn't have said that racist stuff about black people and the weird stuff about your hair. Yeah, you shouldn't have. You're right. I should have known better. I know how much it sucks looking different from everyone else.
Ester lets out a sigh, looking exhausted.
You think people would know, but they don't. It's like being kicked on both sides. I go through all the same stuff as everyone else at this school, but no one sees me as one of them. Everyone thinks because I'm not pure Asian, I'm not as smart, or I don't study as much. Don't worry, I don't think that. I learned my lesson. I'm not racist anymore. Yeah, you are. Huh? You're literally still racist. All you did was apologize for one specific thing. But what else am I supposed to do then? Try to educate yourself and not say random crap about other ethnicities. And say sorry the next time you're racist instead of being all rude and defensive. Next time, that makes it sound like this is gonna happen again. Honestly, it probably will. So you're saying I'll always be racist no matter what I do?
Min looks so horrified that Ester gives her a pitying look.
I mean, literally everyone on Earth is ignorant to some degree about something. For my webcomic, I tried to research albinos and double amputees the best I could, but I'm still not sure I portrayed everything right. Double amputee, what the fuck is going on in her comic? No one's perfect. You just gotta do your best and learn from your mistakes. Oh, okay. I hate thinking I'm gonna make a different mistake at some point and have to apologize again. It's fucking mortifying. I mean, it shouldn't be mortifying to admit you were wrong about something. But I guess it shouldn't be.
Hey, are we ready to party?
Yeah, let's do it. So, are we good for now? I guess. Can I still use the prodigy thing you said earlier? Huh? Yeah, knock yourself out.
Min hides behind a tree with her Nerf gun, waiting for her cue.
How has your pack helped balance the ecosystem here?
We prevent the elk population from exploding and overgrazing.
Before we were reintroduced, many biologists were concerned about eroding and plants dying off. Unfortunately, many rangers and hunters don't understand this.
In fact, the state of Idaho is planning to kill hundreds of wolves this winter.
This is where we always screw up and have to start over. Every time Akarsha makes eye contact with Cryssa, she starts laughing.
Mom, leave Green. I'm scared. Are we gonna die?
Holy shit, she finally did it.
Go, go, Kaka.
Noelle's eye twitches as she recites her next line.
Who is this adorable little thing?
This is our wolf puppy. Normally mated pairs produce a litter per year, but we adopted her.
We love her so much.
I'm only 4 months old.
Die!
Min leaps out from behind the tree and shoots a flurry of Nerf pellets at Akarsha.
No! I only kill a very small number of cattle per year. Ah.
Akarsha goes down, and Min continues shooting her ass with the Nerf gun.
No! Our innocent puppy!
I'll be back to kill the rest of you.
Min rushes off screen, leaving Cryssa and Liz crying very unconvincingly over Akarsha's body.
How could this happen? If only we were still on the endangered species list.
Noelle turns solemnly to the camera.
Today, I learned that delisting of gray wolves from the endangered species list would have devastating consequences.
And that's a wrap.
Finally! We've been here for 6 hours!
And we may have just produced the worst video ever.
Relieved to be back in her regular clothes, Min looks around.
Seems like people are packing up.
The tent's flaps already open. Min climbs inside. To her surprise, Akarsha is already there.
Look,
She points to Noelle, who's sound asleep on the sleeping bag.
Damn, she must have been pretty tired to just conk out like this.
listen, I have the biggest brain in the world.
Akarsha gleefully lies down on the ground next to Noelle.
Help me braid her hair together.
I have short hair, dipshit. Do I look like I know how to braid hair?
I can't do it myself. It's too hard when I'm lying down like this. Come on, pretty please.
God, when you talk like that, I just want to smash your head with a rock.
Min crawls over and grabs a lock of Akarsha and Noelle's hair in each hand.
It's easy. You just gotta split it into 3 strands and alternate which one goes on top.
Like this?
Confused, Min just randomly twists their hair together. The instant she lets go, the braid loosens and unravels.
Shit.
Noelle scowls in her sleep as Min tries again.
Akarsha!
Akarsha and Min freeze, but Noelle just turns on her side, mumbling to herself.
Just because it's suitable for large primates doesn't mean you should eat it.
What is she dreaming about?
Ester sticks her head in the tent.
Can you hand me my backpack? Wait, what are you guys doing? Esther, do you know how to braid hair?
Ester assesses the situation for a moment before shrugging.
Okay, why not?
Thank you.
After a few minutes, Ester manages to weave Akarsha and Noelle's hair into one giant messy braid.
You did it! I wonder when she's gonna realize.
Noelle stirs on the sleeping bag. Her head gets jerked back by her hair, which is now bound to Akarsha's. She blearily rubs her eyes.
Bonjour.
Noelle bolts upright, screaming.
Ah!
What's wrong, Frenchman? Bad hair day?
Akarsha! Why? Get me out of here!
Whoa, calm down.
Calm down! You literally attacked me in my sleep!
I mean, you can just unbraid it. Oh, sorry.
I mean, you can just unbraid it. It's not that bad. Yeah, tons of people in the world have it way worse than you.
Shut up! I hate all of you!
She surges towards Ester and Min with an aura that can only be described as murderous. Akarsha calmly lies back down, dragging Noelle down with her.
Ah!
I'll hold her back. Run.
Nice knowing you. Bye. Bro, I will never forget your sacrifice.
Ester and Min make their escape. Inside the tent, there's a muffled scream followed by a crash. The tent stakes pop out of the ground as the tent rolls over and begins tumbling down the hill again.
Again? There it goes.
Min and Ester peer down at the bottom of the hill, where Noelle, Akarsha, and the tent have landed in a tangled heap. Suddenly, something dawns on Ester, and she straightens up, her eyes shining.
I can use this. In my comic, it totally fixes the part I was stuck on. What kind of story are you writing where you can even use this? Some kind of camping disaster? You don't understand. It's perfect. I gotta write this down. And your sketchbook and everything down there, though, inside your backpack. Crap, you're right. I guess I'll go grab it.
Ester sighs and heads down the hill to retrieve her things.
I don't really get it, but good for her. Look at the rock. A tree stump.
Cryssa and Liz are staring at the decimated tree stump.
What happened to this? It looks like a cannonball hit it.
Beats me.
I should probably keep my mouth shut.
Well, I suppose it's not our problem.
Speaking of problems, what'd you think of your afternoon as an irresponsible person?
That was even more tiring than being responsible. Did you see them knock the tent down the hill? Twice?
Yeah, I just ignored it.
Me too. We probably could have finished a couple hours ago if we just wrangled them like we normally do.
Yep. Man, I thought I was really onto something.
Min turns to walk away, but to her surprise, she hears footsteps running up behind her.
Wait, Min!
Min stops to let her catch up.
What?
I couldn't help but overhear some of what you were saying to Diya at the lake.
Liz scribbles something on a scrap of paper and hands it to Min like a doctor giving a prescription.
You need to go on the internet.
The internet?
Min scrutinizes the scrap of paper. It says genderfork.com.
It's a blog you might like.
How the hell would you know what I like?
I'm trans.
Huh?
I mean, not that being genderqueer is necessarily the same thing as being trans. But I'm here if you'd ever like to talk. Have fun.
Liz pats Min on the head and leaves her standing there clutching the little scrap of paper in absolute shock.
I guess I should look that up when I get home.
Grace is trying to squeeze the costumes back into her bag.
Hey, Min! Do you know if your brother's single?
Oh, great.
Do you think you could introduce us?
I mean, I'm not sure he even likes girls.
Oh, darn.
What exactly do you like about him?
He's so cute! He looks kind of like G-Dragon.
Do you like my brother just because he's Korean?
What?
Can you chill out a bit with the whole Korea thing?
Sorry, I just get so excited about K-pop.
Liking K-pop is fine, but just be normal about it.
Sorry.
You don't have to keep apologizing. It's annoying. As long as you get it.
Okay, yeah, I'll be normal now.
Diya is watching the water. When Min joins her, Diya tilts her head at her.
You said this place was cursed, right?
Min sighs and wraps her arms around Diya's waist.
Yeah.
Diya rests her forehead against Min's, long lashes tickling Min's skin as she blinks.
What if we uncursed it?
Huh? How?
By making new memories. Together.
Diya hugs her tighter, squishing Min's face directly into her chest.
Oh. So soft.
Min-Seo.
Min's mind is in such a state of disarray that it takes her a second to process what Diya is saying. In a Herculean feat of self-control, she manages to stop rubbing her face against Diya's chest and meet her gaze.
Wait, you know what that means?
Diya nods, her cheeks tinct pink.
It was in a lot of the K-pop songs that Grace played. So I asked her. And found out what it really meant.
Sorry I lied to you.
No, it makes me happy that you wanted me to say that. Because I do. Love you.
Even now? Now that you know what an asshole I am?
You think I didn't know that before?
I guess I was always hitting and threatening people. And why do you still like me?
Because you're also really brave and resilient. And cool. I feel like the world tries to make people into certain shapes. But you fight it on purpose. You try as hard as you can. And I think that's amazing. And subconsciously, I think I understood.
Understood what?
You're always telling me you'll protect me and kill the people who hurt me. Because you wish someone did that for you.
Min is stunned speechless. It feels like a curtain was suddenly pulled back on something shameful and hidden, exposing it to the blazing sun. But Diya doesn't flinch away, just gazes into her eyes.
I love you.
Blinking hard, Min smiles back at her.
I love you too. Teach me how to say it. Man, that's a mouthful. Non-unai Katalik Kieran?
Yep. That.
I love you.
James just said English words.
The first phrase is mirror.
Noelle copies down the unfamiliar characters on the board stroke by stroke.
did it look like again?
One, two, or three.
1? Yes.
Noelle writes it down, then checks it against the writing on the board.
I got it wrong.
The next phrase is admit.
James.
Oh, it didn't come through?
No.
You should already know how to recognize. That's meaning is to bear or to carry.
This would be easier if Chinese words used an alphabet like most languages. It infuriates me how you can't tell how a Chinese character is pronounced by the way it looks. You're forced to learn every single word twice, how it sounds, and what it looks like. It's wildly inefficient.
A couple hours into the lesson, a kid toward the back of the room raises his hand.
David, go for it.
Teacher, how many Chinese characters are there?
At least 80,000.
80,000?
Don't worry. Most educated people only know about 8,000.
8,000 is still a mind-boggling number.
After school, Noelle does her weekly packet of Chinese homework at the kitchen table.
I've spent every Saturday since kindergarten tediously memorizing a few characters at a time, but it's barely even made a dent. After all these years, I still can't even read a book or the newspaper. At this pace, it's hard to imagine I'll ever be able to.
Rachel, I think you're... Yeah, Rachel, go for it.
Noelle, what is this?
Noelle looks up to see her mom holding the sample packet of pads and tampons she got from school.
Oh, that's from sex ed talk we had in class. Girls receive a presentation about menstruation.
The school gave you this? Using a tampon is the same as having sex.
That's not what the teacher giving the talk said. It's just a tool for absorbing blood.
No, you'll be able to feel it the whole time and it goes into...
Her mom can't even bear to say it.
It's the same as having sex with a man.
The woman giving the talk said plenty of girls use it.
American girls get their periods so early because they're thinking sexual thoughts at a young age. It's not natural. You shouldn't be thinking about these things until you're married.
After throwing away the immoral tampons, her mom goes off to the living room to watch a Chinese variety show.
It's hard growing up trusting very little of your parents' judgment. My mom doesn't believe in mental illness, yet genuinely believes in superstitions like auspicious dates, and no amount of proof or argument can sway her. Is Chinese society just decades behind the West? I've yet to meet a white person whose mind works this way.
Noelle glances over at the show her mom is watching. Colorful words and cartoons fly across the screen as cheesy sound effects play.
So tacky. One of those shows where they interview a panel of foreigners who can barely speak Mandarin.
Noelle cringes as silly boing noises are overlaid over the host's jokes.
You're just laughing at the foreigners for not understanding the questions they've been asked. Why is this popular? It's so juvenile and embarrassing. I feel like I'm losing brain cells as I listen to this.
Disgusted, Noelle returns to scrutinizing the impenetrable paragraph of Chinese she's supposed to be analyzing for homework.
What am I even going to use Chinese for? Rival like that? I have no interest in the backwards culture that produced my pathetic, narrow-minded parents.
When a commercial break comes on, she throws down her pencil.
I want to quit Chinese school.
Her mom whirls around from the couch, alarmed.
What? Why?
I hate it. It always takes up my entire Saturday. I assign so much homework every week on top of the regular homework I get from school.
Noelle's dad looks up disapprovingly from the newspaper he's reading. Well, you can't quit. What kind of Chinese person can't even speak Chinese?
We'll lose face if you don't learn. Other people will think we're bad parents.
Why does it matter what other people think? I'm the one whose limited time is being sucked away by it. My opinion should be the one that matters the most.
No, you have to listen to your parents. It's for your own good. You're too young to understand. Almost nothing drives Noelle up the wall more than being told she's not old enough to understand something.
Stop treating me like some feeble-minded little kid. I read at college level already.
It doesn't matter. You don't have the life experience yet. Some things you can only know from being as old as your parents are.
What? So, just because you're older than me, you're automatically smarter than I am?
Yes.
I don't accept that.
It's your culture. You can't just throw it away.
Yes, I can. It's poorly constructed, archaic language.
That's not true. If it's so bad, how come it's worked for thousands of years? You should take more pride in your culture.
What is there to be proud of? I'm stuck learning the worst, most pointlessly complicated language in the world.
Exasperated, Noelle's parents exchange a look.
You're still going to Chinese school. We already paid for your classes this year.
Can I quit at the end of the year then?
If you still feel this way by the end of the year, fine. You can quit.
I can't?
Huh? No, she can't.
Think about it. If she goes to Chinese school with that kind of attitude, she won't learn anything anyway. It's impossible to teach someone who doesn't want to be educated. We might as well at least save some money.
Yes. The end of the year is pretty far away, but at least the end is in sight now. I think Chinese schools will significantly free up my schedule. I can probably read a few more books every week. It'll be so worth it. When I'm older, I'll be so thankful that I quit.
Noelle is so elated that she doesn't even mind being dragged along to 99 Ranch with her mom. A trip she normally gripes is a waste of time. As they browse the fishbowl aisle, her mom's Nokia rings. She quickly brings it to her ear.
Hello?
There's a pause. Her mom's face falls.
What is it?
Amma passed away.
know. No, it should be sad, but I haven't seen my grandmother for years. I've never had a real conversation with her before. It's like being told a stranger died.
Noelle isn't allowed to close her bedroom door, so she's on high alert as she uses the computer.
It sounds like my mother's busy washing vegetables in the kitchen. Here's my chance.
Noelle quickly searches homosexuality on Wikipedia.
Skim this page. One says research after Akarsha started insisting Diya and Min-Seo were romantically involved. But I'm positive there was no mention of it being possible for two women to have sexual relations. I would have remembered it. The third one. Click the lesbian hyperlink.
Noelle scrolls through the page.
Most this page just details historical lesbian relationships. They have such tragic, tortured lives. Hope Diya knows what she signed up for.
Noelle, go for it.
Okay. Before the late 19th century, the word lesbian referred to any derivative or aspect of Lesbos, including the type of wine. In 1890, however, the term was used in medical dictionary as an adjective to describe privatism as lesbian love, sexual gratification of two women by simulating intercourse. What on earth is tribatism? Is this the finger thing Min-Seo was referring to? Click the tribatism.
The page opens. At the top, there's a simple illustration of two naked women scissoring.
What is this? This is so risk.
Noelle breaks into a feverish sweat as she reads the page as quickly as possible. Then, in a panic, Noelle closes the tab, erases her web history, and shuts the computer down.
Min-Seo was right. I can't believe it. Should such erotic content be allowed on Wikipedia? Anyone can read it. Must destroy all evidence that I've visited that page. Should I uninstall the browser, delete my user profile, perhaps set the computer on fire for good measure? This better not awaken anything in me.
Noelle jumps in her chair when she receives a text.
Is it just me, or does King DDD look kind of sexy in this drawing? Anyone else? Hello? Anyone care to raise a hand?
You're insane.
Would anyone else hit it? Hello? Noelle? Banging on the door. If you would fuck King DDD, a penguin? You're braver than the US Marines.
Why are you like this?
I'm so bored. I've been stuck at home all day.
Unfortunately for you, I can't entertain you for long either. I have to leave for the airport soon.
Oh yeah, you're visiting Taiwan, right? How long are you gonna be there again?
I'll be there for the entire week. My mom and I will return Sunday afternoon. My dad is staying for an additional week there for business purposes.
Can I still message you when you're there? Do I have to use a VPN or something?
No, as long as I have internet access, we should be able to chat like usual.
Really? But isn't there like hella censorship?
No, there's nothing like that in Taiwan. It's not as if I'm going to China.
Right. Also, what's the difference between China and Taiwan again? I mean, I know Taiwan's an island, but is it like...
You said you were shot, yet you're still talking like nothing happened.
its own country? I have high pain tolerance.
No, you don't.
Anyway, I tried to ask in geography class once and everyone started arguing.
Everyone started arguing because it's a political question. Whether Taiwan is a part of China or a separate country is an extremely controversial issue.
Why though?
To be honest, I'm not clear on the details. As I understand it, the dispute is the result of a civil war that was never properly resolved.
So are you Taiwanese or Chinese? Or both?
Well, I went to Chinese school as a child. And my parents told me Chinese folktales.
Is that how it works? Just because I speak English doesn't mean I'm English.
To be frank, I'm floundering because I've never given it any thought.
Oops. Didn't mean to give you an identity crisis.
Even if I say I'm Taiwanese, hardly anyone knows what that means. Even other East Asians.
It kind of sounds like most Americans don't really get Desi identities.
How so?
Like, they think about it based on country. Like you're Pakistani or Indian, etc. But the countries weren't split on racial lines. Like an Indian Punjabi isn't really the same ethnicity as an Indian Guju. But it's all the same to non-Desis because they don't know the difference.
Oh, you're right. I don't know the difference.
Wait, I know. The answer to what you are.
What is it?
You're French. Because you're Frenchman.
That doesn't help me at all.
No?
No.
Later that day, Noelle sits in the back seat as her dad drives them to the airport. She feels a flash of rage when she sees a passing car sporting a proud parent of an honorable student bumper sticker.
Why would you brag about such an unremarkable accomplishment on your car? You're supposed to be on the honor roll. It's like buying a bumper sticker that says, "My child breathes air." My parents would never even bother mentioning such a banal thing.
Noelle's mom squints at the airport signage as it passes them by.
Noelle, watch the signs for us.
Why me? I don't even know how to drive.
You were born here. You read faster than us.
Alright. How is it that after living here for 20 years, they still haven't mastered English? My mom can't even speak English well enough to carry a conversation with a stranger. What have they been doing this whole time?
Which way is parking? Which lane?
Just follow the arrows. Turn right.
See, even though I have a PhD, ever since you were in 2nd grade, you could read highway signs faster than me.
Good thing we have Noelle with us. The signs go by so fast.
Noelle's dad scratches his head as she directs them through the airport's labyrinthian roads. Where is it? It feels like we're just going in circles.
We're not. See that sign there? The parking's past the cargo area.
Do I turn here? Noelle's heart stops as her dad starts to turn into a street labeled with "Do Not Enter."
It says, "Do not enter. Keep straight."
Oh! Her dad swerves sharply to stay in his lane. Noelle massages her temples, her heart pounding.
I'm surrounded by illiterate idiots. Why does it rest on me, a literal child, to ensure we don't drive into oncoming traffic? I have endless energy when it comes to obsessing over my studies. Why can't they work on their own English instead?
As the car rolls into a parking lot, Noelle jolts up into her seat.
Wait, this isn't the correct garage. Turn around.
Huh? How do you know?
That sign says premium parking. Premium means something of exceptional quality, superior.
So, isn't that good?
Not right now, when we are looking for the regular run-of-the-mill parking lot. In this context, premium parking means special parking that's more expensive.
Oh.
Make a U-turn. We're gonna miss our flight.
Noelle's mom sighs as the car makes a series of turns.
This would have been easier if you could just talk to us in Chinese.
This would have been easier if your English was better too.
Noelle crosses her arms in the back seat, fuming.
Why am I the one responsible for making sure we're not separated by a language barrier? We're the ones who chose to move here in the first place.
Noelle and her parents take a taxi from the airport to an alley lined with parked scooters.
This must be Ah-gong's apartment. We're staying there for the week.
Her mom presses the buzzer.
We're here.
James.
Come in, come in.
After huffing and puffing up 4 stories of stairs, Noelle is drenched in sweat.
James?
I don't think he's the grandpa, but hey.
Ma.
Hey, you're finally here.
Chun-hua, you've grown so big.
Yeah, it must have been in elementary school the last time you saw me.
This must be one of my cousins.
Noelle, don't be rude. Introduce yourself in Chinese.
Hi, Marion. For Laying. My pronunciation is so atrocious. I don't know if they can even understand me.
What did you say?
Le am Laying. Can I just talk in English?
Ah-gong doesn't speak English. He only knows Japanese, Taiwanese, and Mandarin.
I'll do it with character. In the Mandarin, In a Mandarin, he's nearly forgotten.
Yi gestures at her daughter. She's wearing thick glasses and carrying a huge brick of a book.
Noelle, you speak English with Chun-hua. She won't go college in America. She very happy practice speaking.
Yes, you can call me Literator.
Is that a name she chose herself? Chinese people have such odd taste in English names. That's alright. Chun-hua is fine.
We are the same ages, right? Who do you think is more tall?
Chun-hua eagerly stands back to back with Noelle so the others can judge.
Wait, you're standing on your tiptoes. That's cheating.
Huh? No, I am not.
Wow, you two are the exact same height.
They're both skin and bones. They really are cousins.
One US version, one Taiwan version.
Noelle glances at Chun-hua and realizes with a start that she's right.
It's like meeting a version of myself from a universe where my parents never went to America. A stranger with my face.
You're sure I'm not taller?
Yes, we sure.
Them must be Taiwanese.
Chun-hua gives him an affectionate hug as Noelle awkwardly watches from the sidelines. Meanwhile, the adults launch into an animated conversation in Taiwanese.
I wonder what they're talking about. My Taiwanese is even worse than my Mandarin. I don't know a single word. Like, wait, isn't Ah-gong Taiwanese? They didn't cover it in Chinese school. Could it be a term exclusively used in Taiwan? It's really a special sort of confusion, not knowing what language you're speaking.
Yi leads Noelle's parents to the spare bedroom so they can put their luggage away.
This reminds me how I used to assume Japanese curry was a Chinese dish because my mom made it regularly. If you have a distant relationship with your parents, your culture becomes a nebulous cloud. Is it Chinese to believe pseudoscience? Is it Chinese to have an outdated and sexist worldview? Or is it that just my parents, in my particular? How do I distinguish between things peculiar to my life in Chinese culture?
Chun-hua brightly takes a seat next to Noelle.
Anything you have questions about, you can ask me.
Ask about her book. What are you reading?
It's a Chinese translation of a Russian novel. What it's called in English, I don't know.
Something brothers. There's brothers and it's Russian. The Brothers Karamazov.
Yes, that sounds correct.
I've read it before too. This is exciting. I've never met anyone else my age who's read it.
Did you like it?
The religious themes were of a little interest to me, but I found some of its other ideas thought-provoking. For example, it argues that humans are so deeply shaped by others that Everyone bears some responsibility for the sins of everyone else. Everything we do is the result of a huge interwoven chain reaction of human interactions. And as a result, a crime is never truly one person's fault. It's a societal failure.
To Noelle's disappointment, Chun-hua nods, looking lost.
I see.
I guess what I said was beyond her English level. I need to scale back to simpler topic. Do you like reading?
I like reading. Are you nerdy?
The sudden question baffles Noelle.
Yes, I suppose so.
Good. Me too. On the wall, there's even a photo of me that.
That what?
Actually, I changed my mind. Don't look too much at the photos on the wall. They're embarrassing. What else do you want to know?
Ask about the area. Tell me about the surrounding area.
Let's look outside.
Chun-hua goes over to the window and points as Noelle peers outside at the street below.
That way is my house. Me and my mom, we walk over all the time.
You must live pretty close by if you're able to come on foot.
Yes, we are only a few streets away from Ah-gong. Every weekend, me and my cousins spent here.
That's so different from my experience.
When you are all settled, a 7-Eleven, we go and grab breakfast.
Breakfast from 7-Eleven?
What? You've never had it? It's good.
Won't it be all greasy?
No, they have fresh tea eggs, hot yams, pudding. If you want a pre-packaged breakfast, they'll heat it for you too. In America, is it not like that?
No, American 7-Elevens are just junk food stores.
Chun-hua points at the train as it rushes by.
There's a train station near to us. We take it a lot.
You don't use the car to get around?
Not much. When we can't use the train, we ride our scooter. What else do you want to know?
Ask about the photos on the wall. Tell me about these photos.
Okay, if you're sure.
They go over to look at the pictures on the wall. The first one's of Ah-gong and Chun-hua at the park. There's a small chestnut-colored warbler sitting on Chun-hua's arm.
That bird at the park, we found him abandoned. It was because he fell out of his nest and broke his wing. After it got better, we taught him to fly so he could go back to the wild.
I see. That's very noble of you.
It was Ah-gong's idea. He's quiet, but he is so nice, actually.
You seem very close to your grandpa.
Your grandpa, he's your grandpa too.
Oh, that's right.
To hide her embarrassment, Noelle quickly moves on to the next photo. It looks old. A swarm of children are building a sandcastle as smiling adults look on in the background.
This is me, Wan Ping and Wan Zong.
Wan Ping and Wan Zong are my older cousins. They're my uncle's children.
Wan Zong's working right now. Too bad Wan Ping is traveling right now. Or else we could have hung out.
Where is he visiting?
Japan. It's his honeymoon.
Honeymoon? Did he get married?
Yes. A month ago.
Oh, I had no idea.
In the picture, the people behind us is Juju, Ah-gong, and Ama. We didn't knew it, but that weekend was our last one with Ama.
I can't help but feel jealous that they had any weekends together. While she's spending every Saturday with her cousins and grandparents, I was at a school struggling to learn an entire language so I could even begin to communicate with them.
Chun-hua reluctantly gestures at the last photo, which she was clearly saving for last.
And this one is of me with all my anime figures.
Oh, so this is what she meant by nerdy. It's alright, I have a good friend who's interested in this sort of thing too.
Really? And she's American?
Yes.
She sounds cool. I want to meet her.
You do?
Once Noelle turns away from the photos, Chun-hua points to a framed certificate hanging on the wall behind her.
You should look at this award too. It's your mom's.
What? Really?
Yeah. In college, she won a bunch of poetry contests. She was even in the newspaper.
I had no idea. This is gonna sound extremely mean, but I never suspected my mom had any sort of creative talent. All I've ever known is a strict, closed-minded housewife.
Yeah, you should read her things. She's very skilled.
Chun-hua pulls a magazine out from a cabinet and flips it open to a page of poetry.
See what I mean? Some people just have a way with words. It's a big waste she quit. I guess there wasn't enough reason to keep doing it over in America.
Noelle stares blankly at her mom's poem.
I can't read any of it.
That evening, Noelle and her parents walk to the subway. Here's our train. We should reach the night's market in a few stops.
Ugh, I hate taking public transit. The trains are always filthy and poorly maintained.
As they board the MRT carriage, Noelle steels herself the stench of vomit, urine, and cigarettes she's grown to expect from American subways. But to her amazement, the car's shiny floors and seats look so squeaky clean you could eat off of them.
It's absolutely spotless.
Pleasantly surprised, she sits beside her parents in a gleaming plastic seat.
James.
Shipai Station.
You can actually clearly hear what they're saying. It's not indistinct mumbling like on BART.
An LCD screen right across from her neatly displays the names of the previous, current, and next stations.
This is the most beautiful thing I've ever seen.
Her phone buzzes. Her heart leaps when she sees that it's Akarsha.
Why did you send this?
I thought you liked me.
Even if I hypothetically did like you, why would I want to see this awful picture of you?
Personally, I think it's very hot and sexy of me to play video games against little kids that fry electronics and lose.
That what you're doing?
Yeah, I'm back home now playing the game I bought. It's called Portal. Dude, you'd love it.
I don't play computer games.
No, you'd love it, trust me. It's not like other games where you're some guy shooting stuff. You're a girl and it's a puzzle game. It's in a science research facility.
Oh.
I'll give you the CD. Just play it.
I'll consider it after I return from my trip.
Oh yeah, you're in Taiwan. What are you up to right now?
I'm riding the subway with my parents.
How is that? I hope they aren't giving you a hard time.
Actually, ever since we've arrived in Taipei, they've been in good spirits. I've never seen my mother so relaxed before. She must be happy to be back home to see her family.
Oh dang. That's good.
We're on the way to the night market right now. I feel paranoid that everyone can tell I'm a foreigner.
I get what you mean. When I'm in India, they can tell I'm American before I even open my mouth. Just from the way I carry myself.
Her mom sighs as Noelle taps out her response on her phone.
There you are, addicted to your phone.
How am I addicted? Compared to the other teenagers, I barely use it.
You spend so much time talking to your friends. But friendships are only temporary. As soon as it's inconvenient, they'll all disappear. After I move to America for your future, Not a single one kept in touch with me. The only people you can trust is your family, and I was so far away from all of mine. The life of an immigrant is a lonely one.
Is she hoping I'm going to console her? Thank her for making such a brutal sacrifice for my sake? It was her own decision as a full-grown adult to move here. It wasn't up to me.
Her mom sighs heavily and stares out the window.
There's a message she's always trying to impart on me. I'm lonely because of you.
Noelle watches the scenery fly by. After half an hour, the train arrives at their destination precisely on time.
Let's look for clothes. You need new ones.
But I have plenty of clothes already.
They all have holes in them. You should just throw them away already.
Noelle browses through the sea of clothing racks with her parents. A hideous pair of beige pants catches her eye.
This would complement many items in my wardrobe.
She turns it over in her hands, searching for its price tag, but it's missing.
I'm gonna ask how much these trousers are.
Do you know how?
Are you serious? Of course I know how.
Miffed, she marches up to the stall's cashier and shows her the pants.
Light, I ask how much are these pants?
200 NTD.
That's only about $7. What a bargain. I waist by this.
What'd you say?
I stumbled over the pronunciation. This, I want to buy this.
Okay.
Ashamed, Noelle doesn't dare speak another word as the cashier bags her purchase.
Excellent. Simply superb. After 6 years of Chinese school, still can't speak, read, or write Mandarin.
She finds her way back to her parents, who are just finishing up their purchase at the neighboring stall. I'm hungry. Let's get dinner at the food court.
What for? There's food stalls all over the place. We can just eat as we shop.
No, I want to properly sit down somewhere and have a meal. Noelle follows her parents down the flight of stairs to the underground food court. It's a bizarre space that reminds Noelle of a mirror maze. They sit down at a stall, and Noelle scans the menu, which is conveniently printed directly on the surface of the table.
Something chicken, something soup.
Noelle has to pick her dish based on the pictures, like a toddler would.
Do you know what you're getting?
I will order the oyster omelet. It's seldom seen in America, so I should take the chance to eat it here.
As the stall worker comes over and takes her parents' orders, Noelle mentally recites hers, determined not to be rendered an inarticulate child again.
I know this. This is kindergarten level vocabulary. I want oyster omelet. That sounds a tad crude, though. In English, I normally say something more like, I'd like to have the oyster omelet.
James.
What do you want to order?
I want oyster omelet.
The woman jots her order down on a pad of paper, nodding.
Are you American-born Chinese?
Huh? My Chinese was that bad? I am.
I could tell. I guessed from your accent so heavy.
Noelle's mom sighs as the woman walks off to prepare their meals.
All those years of Chinese school, wasted.
Their food arrives within minutes. Noelle tries a gooey spoonful of her oyster omelet.
It's delicious. You would never guess this has only cost $3.
Really? Let me try. Her parents each taste a spoonful of the oyster omelet and shrug, unimpressed. This is below average. I've had way better ones around here before.
Yeah, this isn't really what it's supposed to taste like.
Well, I'm never here, so I couldn't have known that.
Annoyed now, Noelle takes another bite of the oyster omelet.
This is the best thing I've ever eaten. I should find out what this place is called so I can find it again.
She looks up at the name of the stall, but it's in Chinese.
And rate it. Better stay here while it lasts. This omelet I can only taste once.
All too soon, it's over. Noelle sighs as they get up to continue shopping.
You should have tried harder to convince me to learn Chinese.
Are you serious? We told you not to quit so many times.
You never properly explained why it was so important not to. All you did was give me condescending lectures about how I was too young to understand why it mattered, and how it would be an embarrassment if I didn't learn.
English is our second language. It's hard to explain things to you. And it's true. You are an embarrassment. Last week, I saw our neighbor's son Michael mowing the lawn, and he greeted me in Chinese. Hello, Auntie. See, that's what happens when you listen to your parents.
Michael goes to Taiwan with his family every summer. That's the reason he's more fluent, not because he was a superior child to me. Why didn't we just visit Taiwan more often when I was younger? That alone would have made me more interested in learning. I feel like I've been trying to understand Chinese culture by looking at it through a soda straw until now.
You think we didn't want to visit Taiwan more too? The airplane tickets are expensive. We have to save up for years just for one trip.
Oh. But even so, you should have done more to show me that speaking Mandarin could be a positive experience. Why do you always speak to me in English even though you can't fully express yourselves in that language? If you conversed with me in Chinese from a young age, I would have naturally picked it up from daily use.
We thought you'd have an accent if we did that. We were worried you wouldn't fit in at school.
That's ridiculous. There's no way I would develop an accent when everyone I interacted with spoke English. I would have grown up bilingual without any ill effects.
Resigned, her dad shrugs. Well, too late now. What can you do?